This is a quick blog on using powerful words or descriptive words in your cold calling script. Now, this can apply to commercial cleaning, janitorial, commercial carpet or tile cleaning. It's all the same concept still. It wouldn't really change anything. And what we want to do with cold calling or talking on the phone in general, you could say this is we don't have body language. We don't have body language. We don't have facial expressions. So it becomes very important that somehow we have to find a way to get through to somebody. And just to say I'm with ABC Cleaning Company, well, they've probably heard that 8,000 times. So in order to pique somebody's interest, we need to find some powerful words to use to get them moving along, to get them interested in meeting with us. Um, but when you're first starting out, whether you're first starting out as your company in general or starting out with cold calling, it can be very difficult to decide what descriptive words we should use, what powerful, quote, emotional words that we should use. So I just came up with an example of emerging because let's face it, this is the cleaning industry, and chances are, if you found this blog, you're a newer company, you're a growing company, you're an emerging company, and that's what we're going to focus on. The other thing I want to point out is I'm going to keep this script really pretty short. And this is why. Because if you're newer to cold calling, the chances of you remembering this big 500 word if then scenario, then I do that, it's slim to none. It's probably not going to happen. And that's what happens a lot with newer things. People take on a too complicated of a task before they're ready for it. So that's why I'm proposing this very short cold calling script because it'll be easy to remember and you're going to get your points across. And once you have this down and you become an expert at this, then you can expand on it. Then, we can do future blogs or you can work on it yourself and continue with the if then. If they ask this, then you say that. That's a whole other complication to this. And I think when people are first starting out, it becomes overwhelming and they just give up and say, I don't want to learn this. I don't want to do this. So we want to keep this pretty short. And this is what we're going to do. The point is with a powerful word is we're trying to give a description of our company. But if you're a newer company, well, you can't say leading. You can't say you're a leader in. You can't say major. You might be able to say innovative. Uh, but one of the things when we use a powerful word is we want to be able to back it up. Because if we can't back it up, then they're going to catch us and they're never going to hire us. They're not going to hire us then. They're not going to hire us ever again, ever. So that's why it's important that whichever powerful, descriptive, emotional words you use, that later on down the road, you can make the connection that you're innovative, that you're a pioneer in something, that you specialize. Because if you say you're a leading company and the biggest company in your county has 500 employees and you got two, well, you're not a leading company. And they're never going to call you back again because they're going to think that you're lying. So the starting point is we're going to use emerging. And you're first going to call the receptionist and hello, my name is Jason with ABC Commercial Cleaning. We specialize, we're going to get that one in commercial cleaning locally. This is very important nowadays because we're all receiving all these phone calls from Google spammers and Yelp, etc. So it's important that you let them know that you are local right away. And then may I speak with the person that handles that for your company? It's that simple. Explain who you are, what you do, and can you speak with the person that handles that? That is how you handle a quote gatekeeper. Give them the information that they need, be very polite, try to build rapport, and let them do their job, which is to manage phone traffic. Their job is to send you to the right person. So then we finally get to the contact person, and his name's Bob. And you say, "Hello, Bob. My name is Jason." And you can add a title if you choose to. There's an argument for it and against it. If you say that you're the president or the owner, sometimes people can feel like, oh, this is a small company. And if you don't give a title, you can kind of imply that you're a little bit bigger, even though you're not. You can imply it. You're not saying that you are. You're just implying it because you're just kind of part of the organization. That's kind of how you're approaching this, and that's why you're not giving a title. You can make an argument for it either way. I would not argue it. Whatever you are comfortable with, I would go with. So, hello, Bob. My name is Jason, and I'm calling with ABC Commercial Cleaning. And this is where we're going to get into this powerful word part. That we're trying to find a way to get him interested. And we are an emerging leader, could be one way you could take it, in providing commercial cleaning services locally. Or you could say we are an emerging company locally specializing in commercial cleaning. Now, why are we focusing on this word emerging? Because right now we're not leading, we're not major, we're not a huge company yet, and emerging is a good word. Right here, ship emerging from the fog. You're an emerging company. You're a newer company. You're you're a growing company. But a growing's kind of boring. So that's why we're using emerging. Uh, we're rising. We're coming into existence, developing. See, that's why emerging is such a good word to use to describe if you're this growing company. Now, after we go through this and say that we're an emerging company and we're specializing in commercial cleaning locally, uh, take a deep breath, and then this is just, we're going to back up this emerging now. We're going to say, since we do not advertise heavily because we're emerging. Remember, emerging, ship emerging from the fog. Well, we don't advertise, since we do not advertise heavily, and you could say we have not, or I have not had the opportunity to work for you in the past. This is the ask now. This is what why you're calling is I'd like to stop by and introduce myself to your company. Or you could say I'd like to stop by and introduce our company to you. That's it. That this is a very simple yet very powerful, very effective script that you could easily remember and practice it. And, if you have a spouse, if you have any friends, employees, um, coworkers, whoever that you can practice this with. This is short enough. This is short enough right here from when the contact answers the phone to the end. This is short enough that you could absolutely remember this, but you're still getting your punches in. You are still standing out from the 8 gazillion other cleaning companies or landscaping companies that called Bob this week, that you are an emerging company. He's probably never heard that word before. Nobody's probably ever said that before. So that might be enough. And you are explaining it. You are providing evidence. You are saying, hey, we're an emerging company. And since we don't advertise heavily, and I've never met you before, that I'd like to stop by and introduce us. I'd like to, now I know you want to provide an estimate. Bob knows you want to provide an estimate or an evaluation or an inspection. That's great. But at this stage in history, Bob doesn't know you. He doesn't know anything about your company. So that's all we want to do is introduce ourselves to Bob. That's it. That's a very low ask, low risk. To Bob, if you think of it from Bob's perspective, this is low risk. That's all you're asking to do is stop by and introduce yourself. This is good for him because he gets to see what you look like and get to talk to you for a couple minutes, but he's not committing to an estimate. See that's why this is subtle, but this is very effective for you because you're putting very low pressure on yourself, but you're also putting very low pressure on him. That's why this is a low risk, high reward strategy because neither of you are taking much risk. You could easily learn this, and Bob is not making this huge commitment. You're only stopping by. If he likes what he sees, he'll say, "Hey, do you want to take a look around?" If he doesn't like what he sees, he's going to say, "Well, thanks for stopping by and introducing yourself. I have your card." And that's the whole purpose of using a short script like this.